Well, it's a new year and time for a new project.
Good.
Now you're looking at a Sonora model WBRU-239. As you can see, there's a radio there, but it's not only a radio. It's a radio and a record player.
Ah, fiddle faddle.
Now I've had a hankering to do a record player for the last couple of years here. So I seen this on Craigslist a couple weeks ago. So I drove down to Staten, Oregon, which is about 50 miles from where I live, and picked this up. I think it was 30 bucks. And it's missing one knob. I don't think maybe the dial string is broken on it, but it's not turning. I don't know which of these knobs is which. So let's take a look at this thing, shall we? Now the top comes up.
Open sesame!
And there it is.
Oh, good grief.
It's only a 78 RPM player.
Uncle Frank, you're such a joke.
The platter's not stuck. I do see a needle here. So it does have a needle.
Oh, brother.
We'll have to take a look at the bottom and see how the mechanism is. Man, this thing is as hard as a rock. There's rubber here, and there's big dents in it.
Oh my goodness.
This piece here is attached to the spindle here. So when I move this, you can see this platter's moving. So when I'm turning it, turns the motor. Now the motor probably has another wheel in here that turns the platter. There you can see it.
There it is. I can see it.
Looks like it's all cracked. That rubber's seen better days. I'm going to take this whole mechanism here and get it out of the cabinet. But before I do that, let's take the radio out of there, okay? There's a sticker on the bottom.
Cool.
It shows you how many tubes in the radio. It's got 5 tubes, a 35 L6, 12 SQ7, 12 SK7, 12 SA7, and 35 Z5. Sonora Radio and Television Corp., Chicago, USA.
Chicago.
117 volts, watts 45. Looks like there's some mouse poop on here.
Ew.
Hopefully the mouse is long gone.
All in all, I'd rather be in Philadelphia.
We need to get this business done quickly.
Let's get it over with.
Hurry up, please.
Well, there it is. Looks like we had something living in here. Spiders or maybe a mouse.
Yuck.
Yuck.
I just despise mouse droppings.
Let me flip this around. I've got the knobs off here. Hopefully I can just lift this out of here.
Please say doesn't.
I guess not. Disconnect this stuff.
Come on, I ain't got all day.
It's about bloody time.
Uh-oh. Take a look at this. I was thinking maybe a mouse had a pretty good dinner eating that cone there. What do you think? Yeah, the dial string is broken. So you think we can power this up? Looks like it's got all the original capacitors in there. The electrolytic looks original too. Let's power this up. The first thing I'm going to do here is just stick a bulb in here. Because everybody knows that the radio will work better if you got the bulb in there.
Huh?
It's a proven scientific fact.
Ah, shut up.
Okay. Well, since this thing has no speaker here, just let me clip these leads on here from the voice coil and use this old car speaker here.
How dare you?
Okay. You turn down the variac. We'll make that hot. We'll make the box hot. I believe that must be the volume switch, on-off switch. So the power's on there. Let's just run a little voltage to it and see if anything happens here.
Be careful!
You should be careful.
And I do see some movement when I move this up a little bit. You'll see that move a little bit. See it? It's at 30 volts there. $60 volts. I do see the light on there.
Hey, what's going on around here?
It doesn't show much signs of life, does it? It's not even drawing anything anymore. It's at 90 volts.
Richard, give it up!
So it's not working.
Nah, phooey.
The tubes are warm, so I'm sure those are working. I'm going to go ahead and tack on a couple of electrolytics and try this again. Okay, I got two 47s tacked in there. Okay, let's test it with those new caps in there. We'll just go up to 30 volts. Now we're looking for some B plus on here.
What's that? What did he say?
Helps to turn it on first.
You stupid bonehead.
Let's just go to 60. It's probably been many, many years since this thing powered up.
I'm welling up with tears.
Looks like we got some action here on the DC voltage. It's taking its sweet time to power up. We're up to 1.6, 2 volts, 3 volts, 4 volts. It's going up pretty steady. That's looking good. Come on, baby. Keep going. Alright, let's go to 90 volts. I believe these radios usually have about a 100 volts DC B+.
You're guessing again.
I do hear the hum out of the speaker.
I don't believe it.
Sure you can hear that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Let's go up some more. That's about 110. Nothing. Let me make sure I'm on radio and not phono. This is the tone. This is the tuning, so that must be the phono and radio select. There we go. How about that? After all these years, it's alive again.
You shut up.
Not too powerful, is it? Got about 108 volts DC on the B+. Of course, that's one leg of it. Here's the other capacitor on the B+. That one's a little lower, about 80.
What you talking about?
I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.
Well, I'm sure if I change these wax caps, things will look a little bit better and it'll probably be a lot louder. So that's my plan. To improve performance, I'm going to go ahead and change out all these wax caps. See them here. Some more over there. So let me change those out and we'll see what we get. Okay, I've replaced all the capacitors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 paper caps. Okay, let's turn it on, see what happens. Hopefully, it'll be better. If not, we'll have to troubleshoot it more.
I think this is awfully exciting.
Oh, how very thrilling.
Here's something.
And can't do the job. Whoa! They failed, but they kept trying.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
They kept on hounding on him as if he had a cognitive issue. We know that Joe Biden's got a cognitive issue. Straight talk problems. No contract. Yeah, no question market value and potentially even over market value. Well, Michael, with that being said, does my house have to be an absolute... Take off and...
Well, that was a success. Now that we got the radio sounding a lot better, let's see if we can hook up the record player and pick up anything on there. That should be fun. Don't go away. Let me just remove these screws here. Well, there we go. Okay, I've got the changer hooked up to the radio here. We'll see if the cartridge is any good. Right now it's on radio. So I'm going to flip it on phono. Okay, it's on phono now. Now I got power to it, so all I have to do is hit this on switch here, push it forward. We'll see if this spins here.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Well, it spins. Pretty loud, huh? They don't make quality like that every day. Let's just see if we get anything from the cartridge here. Look at that. Kind of weak, but definitely something. Let's turn it back on here. Play a record.
Oh, boy.
I got a 100-year-old record here called Barbara Allen. Some of these early records, they don't have a lead-in groove. There it goes. Pretty weak. It's all the way up. Can't believe it's working. Let's see what kind of cartridge is in there. Can you see that? That's one of those Shure cartridges. Let's take that out and have a close look at it, shall we? Well, there it is. Shure Crystal Pickup Cartridge. Shure Brothers, Chicago, USA.
Chicago?
Looks like it's stamped P87S. $11.46. That must be the date code on it. Number 388. Now these things are rare when they actually work. But this one doesn't work too good. But at least it works. Now the only other cartridge I have is this one. This is a 78 cartridge. It was stepped on, and I managed to repair it a few years back.
This looks extraordinarily bad.
I think it has a diamond needle, but it also has the same size holes. The mounting holes line up good. So let's pop this in there and see if it works. Then we can play the rest of that record.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm going to order a new one of these, so I'll have it for the next episode. Well, there's the cartridge installed.
It looks pretty good.
Now, will it work? Who knows? Let's give it a shot. Okay, let's try it. Let's get our record.
Hold your hats, brother. Here we go again.
Turn this on. That sounds better, doesn't it? It's amazing that that beat up cartridge is working. Got a lot of pops in that record, huh?
When he was dead and laid in grave, her heart was struck with sorrow. Oh, mother, mother, make my bed, for I shall die tomorrow. Farewell, she said, ye virgins all, and shun the fault I fell in. Henceforth take warning by the fault of cruel Barbara Allen.
That's a cool song. I like that. That concludes today's episode. In part 2, we're going to fix up this record changer, lube it, oil it, see what needs to be changed, maybe paint it. We're going to clean up the chassis, clean that rust off, all that rat pee, and get it going. This may last 2 episodes, may last 3. I don't know. Until then, this is Buzz 1151. Take care, everybody. I'm going to play this song again.
Good night.
Good night.
In Scarlet Town, where I was born, there was a fair maid dwelling. made every youth cry, well-a-day. Her name was Barbara Allen.
Betty White died last month at the age of 99. Now, I haven't met many celebrities in my life, but I had the pleasure of meeting Betty back in 1987. I lived in Los Angeles at that time, and every year the LA Zoo would have a photo contest. Being photo nuts, Wifey and I entered. Well, lo and behold, my picture was selected to appear in the zoo's annual calendar. Here is the zoo's 1988 calendar. Year in the Wild, 1988. I believe this was the grand prize winner. This one was the first prize. Looks like that was the second prize. And that's the picture I took. I didn't win any major prizes. I was an honorable mention. That's a picture of a cassowary. That's it. Now, Betty did a lot of work for the zoo as she was a trustee. So the selected winners were invited to the zoo for the awards ceremony. And Betty was there to meet the winners. Well, we were there a bit early, and I saw Betty looking at the winning pictures. So I walked over to her to say hi. I showed her the picture I had taken, and she thought it was great. I told her, I just got lucky with that one. And she said, "Ah, you're so modest." She then went on to say, "I never know how to act at these events." Imagine that. I asked Betty if I could take a picture of her with Wifey. Well, she said sure. So here's the picture I took with Wifey looking all embarrassed. Later, a photographer took this picture of me with Betty. Well, those were some great memories. Rest in peace, Betty. You were all right.
Unlike Buzz, I never met Betty White, but 7 years ago, I came pretty close. Watch my efforts trying to woo her. Oh, Betty, we would have made a great couple. Oh.
I really like this Betty White.
Betty White in Life with Elizabeth, featuring Del Moore.
Va 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 boom.
Elizabeth, how are you tonight? That bad, huh? How'd the biscuits turn out? Elizabeth, you shouldn't take them out of the oven. They might fall. Well, they look fluffy anyway.
Hello? Oh, Mama. Mama, why didn't you teach me to cook?
Betty, you're one hunk of a woman. I'm gonna send a letter to her. Dear Betty, I love you. I love you. I love you. I put pencil in hand to write this letter to you. I have worshipped you from afar. I am a lonely man of 80 years looking for a wife. How about it, Betty? Will you marry me? That sounds pretty good. Do you like younger men? I love older women. Do I have a chance with you? You can call me Colette on my butler's telephone as my telephone is busted. His name is Buzz 1151. The number is 503-222-9999. I will await your call, my Betty. Enclosed is a photograph of me, your secret admirer, Mr. F. Lockett.
I guess I'll send this picture of me. Although the last time I sent a picture, a girl laughed at me and called me a gnome. What should I do? On second thought, I'm not gonna send that one. I'm gonna send this picture of Hackbar. Better safe than sorry. I'll just put it in the envelope here. There we go. It's going to Betty White, Hollywood, California, or Los Angeles Zoo. Good night, my Betty.
Hello?
Is this Buzz 1151?
Yes, this is Buzz 1151.
The butler?
What?
Mr. F. Lockett's butler.
Mr. F. Lockett's butler?
Did you not know he proposed marriage to me?
Mr. F. Lockett?
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Betty Witt.
Betty?
Yes. It is urgent that I speak to him.
Okay.
Can I Skype him?
Skype?
Yes.
Well, call him at buzz.1151.
Oh, goody.
I'll make sure he's here. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. Butler. Kudos.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Mr. F. Lockett's butler. Come here, you.
Me? What? What do you want?
Did you propose to some woman?
What business is it of yours?
Well, some woman named Betty called and asked for you.
Betty?
She wants to talk to you on Skype.
Skype? Oh no.
Tell me, what's the story on this?
Well, I sent a letter to Betty, but I sent Hackbar's picture instead of mine.
2 hours later.
Oh, Dickel. Yeah?
Betty Witt's on Skype to talk to you.
Betty Witt? Who's Betty Witt?
Isn't she your fiancée?
No, I proposed to Betty White.
She's waiting, lover boy.
Oh, man. Crap.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. F. Lockett.
This is Mr. F. Lockett.
Why are you wearing a mask?
I'm bashful.
You shouldn't hide that handsome face.
Think fast. How do I get out of this mess?
Now you take that mask off right now, Mr. F. Lockett.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm waiting.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yoo-hoo!
Okay, I'm back.
Oh my God, you're gorgeous.
My name is Hackbar.
I have a proposition for you, Hackbar.
A proposition?
Yes. I cannot marry you, Hackbar.
What?
I'm allergic to beards. If, on our wedding night, you were to kiss me all over my body, I will break out all over.
You're allergic to beards?
Yes.
That's a shame. I won't be able to make love to that wonderful, beautiful body of yours. I'm just heartbroken.
Oh, my precious. Here's my proposition. My best friend, also, is in love with you, and she wants to marry you.
You don't want me, but I'll take your friend.
Please give me your address. She wants to come and meet you and get married.
I'm sure I would love to marry her.
Oh, goody.
Yes, old Hackbar. He's lonely. Just tell your friend I'm at 1313 Farter Road in New London, Connecticut.
That's wonderful, Hackbar. I shall see you at the wedding. Okay, bye-bye. True.
Okay, Betty Whit. Goodbye. Well, now those two old bags are Hackbar's problem.
In other news today, legendary star Betty White has a new beau. They were introduced to each other by Betty's longtime friend, Betty Whit.
No!
His name is Hackbar F. Lockett. When asked if this was serious, Betty said,
I just can't believe what's happening. We're great and good friends.
No, not Hackbar. Me. It's gotta be me.
Dickel, let me give you some advice. You better not mess around with my new main squeeze. You get your own girl. Betty White's mine. You start crouching in on my territory, I'll give you such a big kick in the nuts, it'll make your head come off. You just heed that warning now.
Farewell, my Betty. Okay, Blondie, I'll give you one more chance. Please come back to me. Please, Blondie. Please.